battle report from the Team Covenant Galactic Cup. This game is another top 16 game between, let's see, Assorted Needles on the left here and Paul D on the right. Assorted is flying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Z95s, Bandit Squadron pilots. 4 of them have the new tracers that give everyone in range 1 and 2 a target lock on the target you shoot it at. Paul's Seaswarm is 6 bandits and a grey squadron Y-wing with the BTL title, so it's shooting forward with its turret, which is a twin laser turret, and the stress bot to give out 2 stresses to anything it can shoot at. Before we get going here, I got a few questions about what the Galactic Cup is, so I thought I'd start by talking about that. The Galactic Cup is organized by Theorist, one of the hosts of the Scum and Villainy podcast, and one of the really good X-Wing players over at the Team Covenant site, message boards and writing about X-Wing and strategy, and he's organizing everything. This is the second year in a row they are running the Galactic Cup. Last year it was hosted by Mr. Froggies, Scott Williams, who is absent from the X-Wing scene currently. We're missing you, Froggies, if you can hear this. So what is the Galactic Cup then? Well, it's the entire world. I guess it's inspired by the Football World Cup. That's soccer to you Americans. The FIFA World Cup, which means you have pods all over the world playing each other in kind of like a round robin, and then some of them qualify for the final eliminations, and then you play a single elimination tournament in the elimination stage, so to speak. And it started at top 64 players, where the 10 best players had buys in the first round. I was one of those. And Paul D, as we can see to the right here, I think he was ranked number 1 after the preliminary round. And then you win or you lose, and if you lose, you're out of the tournament. So this is that was top 64, then there was a top 32, and now we're down to top 16. So and the winner in this game will face me in the quarterfinal. So I think that answers the question what the Galactic Cup is. For those of you who are interested in playing more Vassal tournaments, I think Theorist is going to host a new one in the new year. So yeah, let's see how they do here then. Okay, so everything is set here. They have their dials down, asteroids placed, and ships placed. So we're just going to move on here. So we can see that Paul here on the right is moving first, so he's got initiative, which could probably be a big deal here because it means you know where the enemy is, so you can avoid bumps. And he's just doing 4 straight with all of his headhunters, taking the focus action. And then it's Assorted, and he's also doing 4 forward with those 5, and moving the others slightly less forward to using 1s. And then it's the Y-wing who's doing a 1 forward. And then we're back to dials here. So as we can see here, I think Paul would like to force Assorted Seaswarm to either turn in here with everything to just joust Z's versus C's, while the Y-wing can wreck from the side here. Or he will hard turn and then hard turn again to go back behind his own swarm, and still hopefully have the enemies in range of the turret. The interesting thing is, of course, what will Assorted do here? Will he just turn everything into the asteroid field to go head-to-head with the other swarm? I mean, he has more ships. Or will he send some of the headhunters for the Y-wing, trying to kill it quickly? We'll see here. So Paul banks his entire formation toward the enemy. And let's see, so Assorted is doing the 5 bottom ones, just going straight, so they're probably going for the Y-Wing. And the other one, solo rolls of 1, trying to stay at range here, and the Grey Squadron Y-Wing is hard turning 2. So let's see, this means no shooting from the Y-Wing. We've got a few exchanges here at range 3. So he's shooting here. So we'll zoom in one click here, get a better view at the action. So 2 versus 3, so this is range 3 from number 6 there on X2, the lead Z here. He gets a crit, and the defense roll is 2 blanks, or 1 blank and 2 focus. And he uses the focus to stay safe there. And then we have another shot here on the same one. Focus hit, which is turned into 2 hits from C number 5 there. And 2 natural evades, so X2 is still safe. And then it's Assorted's turn to return fire here, shooting his missile at number 6. Remember, the missile is that if he hits, all his friends within range 1 and 2 gets target locks on that one, and then they can shoot with target lock and focus. And since it's a secondary weapon, there's no bonus for range here, so 3 versus 2, 1 hit and a crit, and nothing there, so it will hit. So no damage, but everyone in range 1 and 2 will get target locks on that enemy Z here, and here are the target locks rolling out. So that's a lot of bleeping in number 6's cockpit right now. So now B3 can shoot with target lock and focus. So focus hit, spends his focus, 2 hits, 1 evade, so 1 shield off of that one, and there's no range. So dials. And we'll zoom out again here so we can see the entire board when they're planning here. So Assorted's 5 bottom Z's here are probably just going to go for the Y-Wing. They could hard turn 2 to the left, try to take the enemy Z's in the flank there, because otherwise they're lone 3 in the back. They might be pretty outgunned against the entire C swarm of Pulse there. We'll see, this will be probably important, this round of shooting that's coming soon. So most of the dials are down, and yeah, they're set. Here we go. So they're banking down there. Okay, he's probably thinking that they will hard turn 2, so he'll set up bumps there. And the other ones just go really fast, probably creating bumps on the enemy Z's there if they go quicker than 1 banks. And if the 5 C's at the bottom, if they hard turn 2 to the left, they might not have arc on the C's that just moved. So we'll see. So they're 1 banking, and that's a bump. And if that one fits, and then the last one will... It fits perfectly as well, and all of the other ones, they do 4 straight, so they are gunning for the Y-Wing. Okay, so let's see if this is the correct. Okay, so the Y-Wing just go 1 straight, which means that's probably a dead Y-Wing here, as he's facing a lot of red dice at range 1 there. At least it will shoot first. So it's got pilot skill 4 here, so 3 versus 2 on X2 and stressing him with the first shot from the primary weapon here, so he gets the focus and 2 crits, and he's using his focus there. And in defense, using the focus as well to turn the eyeball into an evade, so 2 shields of that one and stress. And let's see, he's doing 2 TLT shots at the same one. Or is it the... Yeah, shooting at X1, so yeah, it should be... It's range 2, so TLTs will work. So 3 hits. We will take a shield off him. So I did the X2 on the first one, and he's doing X1 now, yeah, okay. and the other one is avoided there. Just one shield on X1. And then it's the number 6 here, the one that banked 3. And he's shooting at B1 at the back down there, so he gets blank in the focus. He's using his focus to make one hit, and it's avoided. And then he's shooting up here at X3 with his number 4. So he's shooting at this one, and he gets 2 crits. And assorted blanks on the defense dice, so both shields are down, X1. And then number 2 shoots at the same one, I guess. And he gets crit focus, and he rolls focus evade for defense, so it's dead. But he will get to shoot back as they are all the same pilot skill here. And then the final one shoots at B3, which is this one down here. And what you can know is the ones with X's, these X3s, they are the one with the tracers, and the B's one, they don't have the tracers. So 2 hits on that one, and that's avoided. And then his number 3 is shooting, probably the same target here. Or probably not, because it's dead, so it's probably B3, yeah. 3 versus that one, and he gets focus blank, focus for 2 more hits, and just focus for defense, and he uses his focus token, so 1 shield on B3. And then number 5 is shooting at the same one, he gets focus blank hit, and he uses his focus for 2 hits, and 2 natural evades, so it's going pretty good for Assorted here. He just lost 1 C here. And now they're shooting back, so shooting with the dead one first. So he's shooting on number 3, this one. And he gets crit focus hit and 2 evades. So the green dice are pretty good for both players so far. Next one here, same thing. Another great hit here, 2 hits and a crit, and 1 evade, so shields down. And then B2 is probably shooting at the same one. Still in range 1 here, so 3 dice, and that's spending the focus. 2 hits and a crit, and 1 evade, so 1 crit and 1 hit, which is enough to kill it. So 1Z for 1Z is probably very good for Assorted Needles here, since he had the fewer numbers in that exchange. And now we have the 5 down here, who's gonna just wreck the poor Grey Squadron here. So the first one shoots his tracer here to give everyone else target lock, and he gets 2 hits, which is enough since the Grey Squadron only has 1 green. So they will all get target locks on the Grey Squadron now, and they're all going to shoot like 3. Most of them are going to shoot 3 dice. So we'll start here. B1, 2 hits, and 2 shields down. And the B4 there, 2 hits, and spinning the focus for 3 and nothing. So shields down and 2 hits, so he's got 3 hull left. And then we have X4, hit crit focus, spends the focus for 2 hits and a crit, and he blanks, which means the Y-Wing is dead. So he didn't really need those target locks, so he spent the tracer in vain there, but I think he's happy anyway since the Grey Squadron died. So let's zoom out again here a bit so we can see the board, so we can see the planning phase here. So I think Assorted is pretty happy with that, because now he's got 7 headhunters versus 5 headhunters, and he should be able to win that unless it takes too long for him to get those 5 Cs back in the fight here. We'll see. I guess he's just going to K-turn them, the ones at the bottom. He might K-turn everything. while Paul has a bit trickier because he's got the asteroid here hindering these. So we'll see if it's going to be turn of K-turning for everyone, or what will happen here. Perhaps Assorted decides to turn a few of his C's to the left here, of the ones at the bottom. He's got two of them so stressed, so the stressed ones are probably turning to the left here, while the other three are going to do a K-turn. That's my prediction, and my prediction for Paul is that these two might do K-turns. Maybe this one will hard turn, chasing these, and these will probably try to hard turn. Maybe not number one because there's really no room for him. We'll soon know here. Okay, so let's see. So Paul moves first here. So he's doing a K-turn with that one. And then, let's see, he's hard turning 3 there. Yeah, it fit. Oh, that was not number 1. No, that was the one that was, I was guessing for a K-turn there. And he hard turns that one. And that one has no room, so he might end up on the rock here if he's really unfortunate. Let's see if we zoom in, if we can see if he will end up on the rock or not. He'll probably fit. Yeah, he's probably missing the rock there, so that's okay. And then we've got another hard turn 2 there, yeah. And then he 3K his yellows, and that one goes to the right. Okay, that was. I don't think he's very happy with that move, but the K-turn was a good one. And these are banking here, clearing stress, and target locking, and doing a 2. And he's bumped, so he clears the stress but gets no action. And then he K-turns those 3, yeah. So we're into the shooting phase here. And we'll zoom in again a bit just to see which ships are targeting which, like that. Okay, so number 6 is shooting at B2, I guess, here. Yeah, 3 versus 2. And he gets 2 hits. And 2 more natural evades for Assorted here. Well, they're pretty good, both of them at rolling greens so far, but I think Assorted has to be a few more ones. And then number 2 is shooting the same there. It looks like we just range 1. And just 1 hit, and 1 evade again, so. And then we have number 4, also shooting at that one. Gets focus crit and uses the focus to take 2 hits, and no evades. And he's probably using his focus, yeah, so just 1 shield more down there. And then we have number 1, who is. I don't know who he's shooting at. Oh, he's okay, I think he's believing it's the enemy. It's tricky with all these headhunters on the board here. So he tried to shoot his own ship, but yeah, so he has no target. So we're on to Assorted Needles here. So 3 versus 2 on number 6 down here. 1 hit, using his target lock, getting a crit, and another blank. And 1 evade for 1 damage, so 1 shield down shields down on number 6. B3 on number 4. 3, it's range 1 there, so 1 hit. And nothing, so 1 shield down there as well. And then we have down here B1. 2 versus 3 on B2, targeting this one. Hitting a crit, and 1 evade, so last shield, maybe. Oh, of course, he's shooting at this one, sorry. So it's a crit that goes through, and it's structural damage, which means it's going to lose an agility. And X4 is shooting at the same one. 2 versus 2 now, since it's range 3, but it'll mean a -1 agility. And he blanks. And we're on to dials again. So I think the orange ones, the Assorted Needles ones, they're more information, they can focus fire better here, and there are more of them, so it's an uphill battle for Paul here. Okay, and we have the dials down for most of them. He set his dial showing, but since he's moving first, I don't think it matters. Since, yeah, so okay, so a 4 straight there. Is he getting past his friend there? He just might have fit snugly in there. Yeah, it looks good. Another 4 straight, so he's shooting at those 3 here at the bottom as they're going to move up and remove stress. And another 4 straight there. That's the really injured one, trying to get away as far as possible. And a hard 2. And hard 3, which will bump his own guys there. So I think he probably he regrouped his ships pretty well here, trying to take out those 3 enemy Talas who just K-turn. We'll see if they will have good enough shooting here. So there's a 3 K-turn, and these guys just move 2 straight, clearing stress. Yep, all of them doing the same. And there's a K-turn, and there's a hard turn that just fits perfectly. And a 2 bang that will bump. But he got past the injured one, so he's not taking fire from that one. And then we're on to shooting. Let's zoom in a bit. See who's shooting who here. So he's starting with his number 1 here. And he's going to target X4, which is this one down here. Range 3, 1 crit and 1 evade. And then we're down here with the close range combat here. So he's shooting at B2. This guy, range 1. And he has lost a shield already, so he might go down here. So 1 hit and a crit and 1 evade, so shields down. And then number 2 is shooting at the same one. Hit crit and 1 evade, which means he is dead, but he will still get a fire back here since he's got the same pilot skill. And then he blanks on the next one. And now Assorted is going to return fire here, and he's starting with his stressed ones over on the right. He's shooting at number 4 at range 3, so nothing. Rerolling at just 1 hit and 1 evade. And then X4 is going to shoot his tracer on number 5, which is this guy. So 2 focus and a blank, and he spends his focus. And nothing, so it hits and everyone gets a target lock on that guy. But X2 decides not to switch target. And then B2 shoots here, just 1 crit on that guy, number 5, who decides to spend his target lock, of course, for another focus and a blank, so it didn't help him there. But he fails to evade, so 1 shield down. And then we have B1 on number 5 as well. He blanks, and then he's going to use his target lock for 1 hit and nothing, so shields down. B4 on the same, 1 hit using the target lock, 2 hits, nothing, so he's dead as well. And then we have B3 up there, who's probably going to shoot number 2, 212, range 2, which is save because he's spending his focus token there. X2 has no target, and we're on to dials again. And let's see. Sorry, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 orange ones versus 4 without color here, so it's still heavily in Assorted Needle's favor here. And one of Paul's Z's, this one, is just 1 hole left, so and it's stressed and it's going the wrong way, so it's probably gonna die this turn if Assorted Needle decides to send a ship after it. let's see, so everything looks set here. So here we go. Hard turn, 3, focus action, another hard turn, 3, focus actions. Probably going for this guy. And then we have a bank here. And the hard turn 3 there. So at least trying to get a shot at this guy if he comes for him before he dies. And he does. And this guy is just jousting with the other 2 Z's there, and hard turns. That's a good move because that means he can range 1 shots right here. And that's a bump. So I think after this one, we're probably going to see 2 C's going down for Paul, and maybe just 1 for Assorted. Maybe 2-2, but that's a good exchange for Assorted either way. So let's start with Paul's here. He's going to shoot at the range 1 from his really injured one, and he gets 1 hit, which is evaded using the focus token. And we'll zoom in so we can get a closer look at the action here. And the other one shoots at the same one. He gets 3 hits when he's spinning the focus, and nothing, which means that the X2 is down, but he will get to shoot, which means he'll probably kill number 6 because he's got a target lock on it. And then number 2 down here is shooting at X1. Just looks like just range 1. Or why is he using 3 dice there? Well, he gets 3 hits with the focus token. So yeah, they just found out it's just 2 and 2, range 2. So he's re-rolling here. So it's a crit and a focus. So it's still 2 hits with the focus spent. And he blanks, which means 1 shield and 1 crit goes through, and that's a shaken pilot, which means he can't go straight. And then he's shooting with number 4 as well, so he's trying to finish him off here. And 1 hit goes through. No, he uses a focus, so he's safe. 1 hit point left so far. So Assorted's turn to shoot here with the dead one, who's trying to take out number 6, who's just 1 hole left here. And he gets 3 hits, so he succeeds. And then he's shooting here on number 4, who's got 3 hit points left, and he gets just 1 hit, which is evaded. And same target again here, range 1 from B4, crit focus, spending the focus for 1 hit, and 1 evade, which means shields down, and 1 crit going through, and it's a console fire, which means at the start of the next combat he'll have to roll for damage unless he spends his focus to flip it. And then we'll see if B3 can finish him off here. So just 1 hit and evaded. B1 on the other number 1. Focus hit. And he's got the target lock there, so he's going to reroll for a crit and 2 evades. So now, let's see. Paul's evades have been a bit better here now, so he could stay alive. And then it's a new turn. And I think we can stay zoomed in like this because we have all the ships here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 3. And number 4, the one with the crit, is almost dead, as is X1. So it's almost like 4 versus 2 here. And Paul is set. And Assorted is set here. So 1 forward, which is a bump, so he'll just stay where he is. Hard turns 2, take a focus, and hard turn 3. Okay, where's he going with that one? That looks like he has no place to go. He flips his crit. Oh, he hits the dead guy, so he has to hard turn 2 to the right next turn to stay in. He just wants to get him out of enemy fire here. And he fit just perfectly there, b4. And another bank. And a key turn that won't fit with the almost dead guy there. Hard turns, a lot of bumping now, but he avoids the rock. And another hard turn. So let's see how many seats are left after this round of shooting. So Paul is starting with his. He's just got 2 of them. And this one is going to shoot b4, which is this one. So it's a range 1. It's hit versus nothing. Well, a focus. So he spends his focus, taking 1 shield. And then number 1 is going to shoot on b4, range 1. And he decides to spend his focus for 3 hits, because if he blanks out, he'll actually kill b4 here. But he gets 1 evade, so he stays alive, barely. And then b4 return fire here, and he gets hit in a crit. And 2 eyeballs, and he already spent his focus, so that's shields down on number 1. And then x4 here has got 2 versus 2 on the same one, and he blanks, but he's got the target lock, so we can reroll here, and didn't do anything. And then we have b3 on the same one again here, and still range 1. So with the focus, that's 3 hits, only 1 evade, which means that number 1 is dead. And then we have b1 on 4, the one that is almost already dead here, but he blanks, and we're back to dials. And this is where Paul decides to concede here, because he's got 2 ships left, and one of them is almost dead already. So in the Battle of the Swarms, Assorted Needle wins here, and he's going to face me in his next game in the quarterfinal here. And I don't think there was much else Paul could have done here. I mean, he had 5 versus 3 in the initial joust in the center of the field, and he just couldn't kill enough C's there. And then when the Y-wing went down, the numerical advantage was just too big. So Assorted, well played. So that's that, and thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more battle reports from the Galactic Cup.